Hey everybody, welcome back to theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Again, it's theclinicaltrialsguru.com. So, literally almost forgot to do a video today, but I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I remembered because we have, and I'm outside because they're really busy in there and they're actually using the room I usually use to record. So I just go wherever I can, okay? That's how I roll. Sites often forget to negotiate on their budgets, right? And this is clinical research clinics often forget to negotiate on their budgets, and some of these are brand new. I just learned actually from one of my business partners. So, IRB initial submission, right? You can charge for that in your startup. Non-refundable advance fee. Protocol amendment fee. If you think of how many amendments we have during any given study, right? I used to not charge for this. Actually, I just started doing this recently. But if you think about it, and if you have more data at your site, like let's say you've been doing lots of trials, you can ask one of your research assistants to go through the last 20 studies you've had and count how many protocol amendments you had in each trial, and then take an average of that, add that into your budget too. And that should be an invoiceable item or a fixed startup non-refundable fee. I think something like $2,500 would be good. Archiving fee. I've talked about this before. Sometimes you gotta hold your records for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years, depending on the sponsor. There's been some talks about moving archiving into the cloud, like on Intralinks Via. Full disclosure, they're a sponsor of the show. This will work, but in the meantime, and the practical advice I'm giving to you is to bill for this up front, right? Another thing, dry ice. Every research clinic, every study needs dry ice. Whether you have it already on your site or whether you have to go to the grocery store to get it, it costs money. These are things sites often forget. Transportation. These are going to be invoiceable items. So if you're using Uber to drive a patient, or you have a dedicated driver, or you're paying a taxi cab company, whatever it is, save those receipts, get those invoices, and then invoice them regularly on a monthly basis if you're a busy clinic, and on a quarterly basis if you're not that busy. So you don't want to just send one invoice a month, although you can. So that you need to negotiate in the budget. And then startup. So the startup is also protocol training, study coordinator training, PI training, investigator meeting time, protocol review for the investigator, sub-investigators, EDC training, EDC access for the coordinators, and all the other vendors that you have in any protocol, IVRS training, all that stuff you need to put in your startup budget, non-refundable fee. Now, they may say no to any of these things. Every sponsor is different. You're not guaranteed to get all these approved. But what often happens, like 90% of the time, is they'll ask, if you keep insisting on these things, they'll ask for your written policy. So you're going to have to put something on your company letterhead that justifies why you're billing for all these things I just mentioned. That 99 times out of 100 will get approved. You may not get approved for every single item I talked about, but you may get some of them, and then you're going to be in a much better position than if you hadn't done that. All right. So these are items most often overlooked by research sites when negotiating budgets. Just to let you know, if you need help negotiating budgets, or anything else for that matter, getting studies, finding PIs, recruiting patients, creating source documents, negotiating budgets, not sure if I said that, creating SOPs for your site, give me a call. My consulting firm can do that. 949-415-6256. You can also email me, dan@theclinicaltrialsguru.com, right? Thanks a lot for joining me outside today, and I will talk to you tomorrow. I think I'll do it on satellite sites, but I'm not sure yet, all right? Take care. Bye-bye.